What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So what I got for you guys in this one, this is the updated version of the fastest way to get headshots as well as get gold camo in Black Ops 6. So originally when I made the video, I made it around the first day. I was still testing out modes. I found one that was working for me, but now I've actually found one that's 10 times easier. A lot of you guys may already be trying this out, but there are some additional tips that I think you should add to the current method that you're using, and this will speed things up and make it a lot easier for you to complete these headshot challenges. If this video does help you guys out, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, but let's go ahead and jump into it. So the very first tip, this is a pretty obvious one, is make sure that you use an optic when it comes to lining up these weapons to get these headshots. Usually the iron sights make it a lot more difficult. Every weapon has different iron sight adjustments, and they will take some time to get used to, especially at first, and you got to do that with 33 different weapons, and overall that will just waste your time. So it's much better to use a red dot or any form of sight, and because they're shared attachments, if you unlock one for one weapon, you will be able to use it on the others. So this is a pretty obvious tip. I know most of you guys probably are already rocking these sights, but just wanted to let you know in case you're not. The second thing is I would recommend that you do multiple weapons at the same time. I know a lot of you guys want to say do the ARs first, then move on to the SMGs. You can do that, but I found if you work on multiple weapons at the same time, you'll actually get them done a lot faster, because every single map and mode will differ and be beneficial for some guns. For example, sniper rifles, it's probably better to play them in longer or bigger base maps. That way you can get the headshots. Even core regular standard versions would probably be better than playing stakeout to get headshots for snipers versus for pistols and shotguns, which is why I recommend you work on them at the same time, because you can't really control exactly which maps you're going to be able to get. It'll make a little bit more sense once I explain the strategy. So the first thing is, for the modes, what you want to do is go over to the quick play where it says find the match game modes. You want to go ahead and click the filter button. There is a hardcore version, so you'll click on hardcore. Instead of checking every single one of these, which is TDM, kill, order, domination, all these, only check hardcore face-off mosh pit. What this is going to do is throw you into all the small base maps, which is the face-off mode, and it will be in the hardcore variant, and it'll make it a lot easier for you guys to land those headshots. And because the matches are so much more hectic, you'll have higher kill game potential, and it'll be much easier to line up those shots if the person is standing right in front of you. It took me a couple of days, I'm gonna be honest, it took me a couple of days to actually find this mode. And when I did play hardcore, I thought it was just the original regular type of maps, but this made it a lot easier. Now, the next tip is to create your loadout based on the maps that are going to be available. So for example, if you have Gala or Warhead, which are a little bit bigger compared to some of the other strike maps that we have, you'll have longer kill potential. You'll probably need to use a weapon like an AR, an LMG. You can use like a Marksman rifle. One of these types of classes, create a gun with that for the intention of using it on Gala and Warhead, and then you're going to want to do the same exact thing before the other maps. For example, Stakeout, really good map for doing shotguns, pistols, SMGs, all the smaller base weapons. You can even do the launchers as well. So as long as you create 2 or 3 different loadouts, you should be good and prepared for the different maps that are going to pop up. Now, what I would recommend within these loadouts is you make sure you use the Recon Specialist. What this is if you put on every single blue perk that is available for all 3 slots, you will unlock a new specialist that will allow you to see through walls whenever you respawn. Remember, because we're playing face-off, chances are you're going to die a lot. Every single time you respawn, you will basically have legal wall hacks, be able to see exactly where everyone is, and most importantly, this will help you line up your shot so that way you have perfect crosshair placement towards the head for when someone swings or turns the corner, and boom, you are able to get that elimination, making it a lot easier for those of you trying to get the pistol eliminations, the shotgun headshots. Those types of kills are the ones that I've struggled with personally the most, and I've realized that with this strategy, it's made it a lot easier. And sometimes because we will die to our own teammates, or there's just some really bad lobbies where everyone is shooting you, blowing you up, throwing semtexes at you, you can use your deaths to your advantage with the Recon Specialist, so that way you can at least end the game with some amount of headshots. Now, other than doing this, depending on the playstyle that you play, you can actually get yourself even more headshot eliminations. Now, this depends obviously on the weapon that you're working on. The first playstyle that I would recommend, these are for the weapons that are short range, so shotguns, SMGs, pistols. I would pre-aim corners that you would expect players to be at. For example, on Stakeout, the balcony area, that is a really hot spot. Everyone will usually spawn there. or the majority of gunfights will be around that area. So what I would do is I will pre-scope in, walk and clear each room, and pretty much get ready to shoot as soon as someone pops up. This will make it so that you have an instant reaction time rather than while you are sprinting. Say you have automatic tactical sprint on, it's going to take a second for you to stop sprinting, pull out your weapon, scope in. It's so much slower than if I were to just instantly see you and then shoot, because I was already prepared to do that. So this is something that I would recommend that you do. You got to play ready if you want to get these headshots done. And then the second play style, this is for like the Marksman rifles, the LMGs, the ARs, which it could potentially work for these, but what I would recommend you do is mount. So for example, there's like the long hallway there at Stakeout. What you could do is mount those areas and pretty much wait for anyone running by and then get ready to head tap them. I would use an optic that maybe has a 2x zoom, so that way you can see a little bit further in and get a nicer lineup towards the head. That's a strategy that will also work for those types of maps where you got Warhead, you also got Gala. Those are the best ones for me in my case, where you could do something like this, where you could just hold a head glitch and patiently wait for people to come through. You don't want to be caught sprinting, because with an LMG, the way that it's so slow, Marksman rifles, that will get you eliminated, and you're going to find yourself getting eliminated more than you're getting these headshots and these shots off. Anyways, that's pretty much everything in terms of the headshots. The next tip that I can give you is don't worry about doing the special and the gold actual camo challenges. I would worry about doing the headshots, especially if you end up playing Stakeout. So I made a personal rule for myself. If I see Stakeout or Pit, what I'm doing is I'm going directly for headshots. I'm not doing the other camos. So for example, if I finished the LMG headshots and now I have to work on the special camos, if I end up getting one of these two maps, I'm going to switch to a different weapon, even though I'm not done with the LMG yet, and work on the headshots for those. And then when I get a map like Warhead or Gala, as we've talked about before, then I'm going to pull out the LMG and then go for those double kills or go for those unique camo challenges, because those really aren't that hard to complete. It doesn't matter what mode you do those on, but the headshots highly depend on the different maps. Maybe you have other maps that are way better for you in terms of headshots, so you might be a little bit more different than me. Dedicate those maps to directly doing headshots so you don't waste your time doing other challenges when you can actually be completing the headshot challenges, because those are the most annoying ones. You got to do them for almost every single weapon available in the game, and they're going to get annoying when you have to keep repeating that process over. So find a pattern that works out for you and get those done. But that's all that I got for you guys here in the video. Let me know if this does help you guys out. If there's anything else that you guys want to add to this where you think it may work a little bit better, comment it down below and let me know. But as of right now, this is the best method that I've found. You can also expect that Nuketown is going to be added towards the end of next week. So more than likely the playlist, they may get updated, they may change them and rotate them out. Maybe Hardcore Mosh Pit will feature a 24/7 Nuketown playlist. If that ends up being the case, I'll let you guys know with an update video. But that's all they got for you guys in this one. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.